Hey, it's Danish from Local Niche Marketing. If you're a business owner and you have been dealing with this scenario that in 1 month your ads work and next month they don't, here is why they are not working. So, the problem here is that you're running campaigns on Google and Facebook or TikTok, right? And you're seeing very inconsistent results in terms of return on investment. Your CPL is increasing and your overall cost per acquisition is increasing. Thus, your marketing is not working anymore, just like it was working in the previous month, right? So the reality here is that often see that people change platforms. Oftentimes, it's not the case with the platform that the platform is not working. It's some sort of a system failure inside your advertisement, right? So, and businesses react very aggressively, fight the increasing cost per lead or cost per acquisition, right? So, by doing these changes, such as increasing the budget or decreasing the budget, they actually make the problem worse. So first we need to identify that what is the problem with our advertisement because it was working 1 month before. Now it has tanked all the performance, right? So we are going to see what are the problems you might be dealing with. So mixed data signals, right? So in simple words, it is telling your algorithm to get me the leads that are even not qualified. So, for example, you have a funnel on which there is a form and you are optimizing for leads event, right? So, the algorithm is trying to get you as many people who can simply accomplish the lead event, right? So by doing this, you're telling the algorithm to just get me the leads, right? You're not telling the algorithm that, this is not a qualified lead or this is I don't want that person as my lead. So these kind of mixed signals uh, may be the cause of this decline because in 1 month, because of the mixed signals, it has generated the leads who were converted in your business, right? And in the next month, it has declined the performance of conversions because it was not told to qualify people, right? So, in order to fight that mixed data signal problem, you need to identify what is the problem that your current audience is having. For example, if they are all not monetarily unqualified, then you need to add something like, hey, this particular treatment can cost you money, right? And people who don't acknowledge that, you can send them to another landing, thank you page in which you're not going to send this even details to the platform, right? However, on the other side, if the person clicks on that, that means that this person is monetarily qualified and can do business with your business, right? So, in this way, you are going to see that you are telling the algorithm to only optimize for people who are monetarily qualified to do business with your business. Ad fatigue cycles are real, right? So they're really a big problem. When this happens, then this cycle continues. And you don't have to worry a lot when you're dealing with bigger audiences because we are talking about local businesses in some towns or some districts have very low population. For example, if you're dealing with an audience size of maybe 19,000 to 30,000 people, then your ads are going to get higher frequency because there are not many people to show your ads from the algorithm side. However, that does not mean that ad fatigue does not happen on bigger audiences. If you don't work on your creatives, then you are going to see ad fatigue from bigger audience as well. So the way forward, or the solution would be to create a lot of creatives with different angles, right? And after Andromeda, it is highly recommended to at least create a new ad, 1 to 3 creatives per month, sorry, per week, in order to fight this ad fatigue cycles, right? Then there is learning phase reset. This is basically when you're editing anything in the ads, uh, in the budget, then it can actually reset your whole campaign, right? Even a full stop or a period or a dot is deleted from the ad copy and you have published it again, then all the optimization will go in vain and the algorithm will start learning again. So it is highly recommended, if you want to test anything, always do a controlled experiment in which you can actually duplicate the same campaign and do the changes in that particular ad if you want, right? However, if you want to tank the performance, you are welcome to do that. Then definitely it is going to cost your business a lot of money. Low conversion consistency is that when once you are dealing with conversion rate optimization for your funnel, you are experimenting a lot and you don't have anything to you know, stick to, right? And because of this frequent experimentation, you lost the track of the funnel which was converting better. So my recommendation is, again, if you have a low conversion rate, or if you have a higher conversion rate, don't play around with your landing pages, right? So everything is optimized. However, if the landing page conversion rate is around 1 to 3%, then you need to start multivariate testing. And once you get a good funnel or landing page that is converting around 5 to 10%, then you need to stick to that. And if still you want to do experimentation, the answer is controlled experimentation again, where you can split test, where you can split your traffic in 90% and 10%. 90% of the traffic will be going to the funnel that is converting better, and then 10% of that traffic is going to a new variation of the landing page. That is how you can create a controlled experiment for optimizing your conversion rates of the funnel even more, right? Tracking and signal issues, again, this is actually to some extent relied on the advertisement platform policies as well, but you need to know that what kind of changes you have done on your funnel, right? If, for example, you have changed the URL from thank you to maybe booking, then you need to start optimizing your campaigns for that particular event. So there could be a scenario, if you have changed anything from the event side, or the page URL structure was changed, then you also need to start creating those events inside your funnel so that you can start optimizing your campaigns for the new event that will be created because of the URL changes. So these, and it actually also relies on the policy changes. So we need to proactively see what kind of policy changes are coming up, and we need to strategize accordingly. So if you have any questions, you can comment down on this video. I'll get back to you. However, if you want high quality leads, or you want better results, you can contact us. Everything will be mentioned in the description of the video. See you on the other side. Thank you.